Now, tonight, Doug and I are actually going to the U.S. Open, and I'm really excited. We try to make it every year, or at least every other year if we can. It's in New York, which is close, and we're excited because we are big tennis fans, and it looks like we're going to see the match that has Jannik Sinner playing against a guy whose name I cannot pronounce. Going to be very exciting. Looking forward to the whole thing. But there has been some bad behavior in the headlines in the U.S. Open over the past couple of weeks. And again, it was so controversial that it made it over into the news lane and caught my attention. Now, I love tennis, but I only know like the top people. You know, my husband knows all of them and my kids know all of them. There is a female player named Taylor Townsend, and she got into it with Jelena, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Ostapenko, I think she's Latvian, and Taylor Townsend's American. So I'm going to show you the interaction. It is relevant to what we're going to discuss. The American Taylor happens to be black. Ostapenko is white, and as I said, she speaks Russian, though this exchange is in English. And there was a second round match between the two of them last Wednesday where Ostapenko got mad. And the reason she got mad, this was explained to me by very smart tennis people, is because she hit a ball. Taylor Townsend hit a ball to her and it hit the net and then kind of dinked in a way that like no one could hit. You know what I mean? Which happens. And it's a fair point for Taylor Townsend. But typically the protocol, like the etiquette around that would be for the player who got that point, which is kind of a lame point. There's nothing wrong with the point, but it's kind of a lame point to say to the other player, sorry about that. You know, you're not really at fault at all. It's just a courtesy. Like, I know that one kind of sucked. It sucks when it happens to me. It sucked when it happened to you. It's like an etiquette thing. But Taylor Townsend did not do that. And Ostapenko was angry and Ostapenko lost. So Ostapenko got in the face of Taylor Townsend. And I'm going to play the video. You can't totally make out the exchange, but I'll try to help us through it. Here we go.
The opening set of this one, no love lost between these two.
You have to say sorry. No, I don't. The crowd's booing her. Ostapenko, who's giving Taylor an earful. She's giving it right back. Pointing, aggressive, looking, talking. She's pointing the finger in the face. Okay, now she said to Taylor, you have no education. She said, you have no education. Oh. And she was mad that Taylor didn't say I'm sorry. And you heard her kick it off by saying, you have to say, I'm sorry. And Taylor said, no, I don't. And then Taylor, at the tail end of that clip, went to the audience and was like, you know, with the arms, like, let's get it going.
Yes.
Because it's a U.S. audience. It's her home court advantage. And then Ostapenko later suggested that was like a misuse of the crowd. Now, my tennis sources tell me it's actually not a misuse of the crowd, that every player, when they're in front of their hometown audience, uses the audience to intimidate the opposite player. It's done in tennis. So Ostapenko really didn't have grounds to complain. It's like, too bad, you're in America. She's an American. But the you don't have education comment, of course, gets racialized by the loons. And unfortunately, this Ostapenko wound up being like, hey, I'm very sorry for that. In no way am I racist, nor did I mean that as a racist thing. Right. She was meaning, like, educate yourself on the etiquette, right? And then Taylor Townsend had a great moment when she was asked at a presser, what do you make? She apologized. Like, what do you make of it? And the thing to do, Link, was to say, I get it. Tempers flare at these events. You know, it was a fair match. That was an annoying point. I hear her, like, I'm glad I won, but no hard feelings. That's not how it went. Here is how it went. I think it's SOT 3. Yeah, I think it's SOT 3. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, sorry, 4.
That's nice that, she did that, that she apologized. I mean, that's fine. That's cool. At the end of the day, I think that it's a learning lesson for her. You cannot push your expectations on other people. And that's ultimately what happened. She expected for me to react a certain type of way, and I didn't, and it infuriated her, and which led her to say things that are hurtful, that are belligerent, that are offensive, not only to me, but, to the sport and, to a whole culture of people that I try to do my best to represent the best that I can. But I really hope that from this, she can take that, like, hey, you can't control people, and it's better just to focus on yourself.
Here's a little more from post the match, right after the match that Wednesday. Taylor Townsend again, saw 3.
For a lot of black people, hearing no education, no class would be interpreted, and rightfully so, as a dog whistle. Do you believe that had racial undertones?
I can't speak on what her intentions were. I can only speak on how I handled the situation. And saying I have no education and no class, I don't really take that personally because I know that it's so far from the truth. And if I allow what other people have to say about me affect me in that way, then they win. I didn't take it in that way. But also, that has been a stigma in our community of, being not educated and all the things when it's the furthest thing from the truth. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk.
She was so close to not taking the bait. But she did take the bait, and then as I played you a day later after there was an actual apology, she took it even more. So what do you make of it, Link?
Well, it's interesting. I didn't know higher education was a requirement to play sports. Like, is Serena Williams and Mensa? Probably not. I think there are plenty of athletes who can't spell mom backwards. You know what I'm saying? But they're incredible
most tennis
athletes.
players don't even go to college. They go right to the pro leagues.
Nor should they. Go play. Come on, I've seen challengers on Amazon. So no, I don't think higher education is a requirement to play in sports. Also, I know plenty of white people without class. Hello, I've been to my family reunion. So these people saying, oh my God, you have to have class and education, and it's a racial comment. No, there are Black, Asian, Hispanic people of all different backgrounds who I would say have no class. So I don't think it was necessarily a racial comment in the heat of the moment, especially. So, she says she let that racket talk. So that racket talked, I guess.
She says you have no education and you have no, class. And to me, it was, and Ostapenko's got a long list of bad behavior on her resume. So I make no excuses for her bad behavior, like just her general cantankerous nature. But I'm just saying to racialize that comment, to say to you, like you can't say to a Black player that you lack education, you lack class in this context in which you're complaining that she failed of a moment of basic etiquette. That's what she's saying. You failed to say you were sorry about the shot. Everything has to be racialized. They're just, and of course you heard the reporter there teeing it up. There was another exchange where a reporter teed it up to Naomi Osaka. Didn't you think it was racist? And, of course she's like, yeah, it was racist. Like, they're just, it's like, especially the younger crowd, Link, your crowd,
yes,
loves to racialize everything.
Yeah, no, I think maybe she's going for like an NAACP Image Award or something. She's going to make the rounds on all the shows. But I think this is what people want to see when they go to sporting events. Like, I don't think Alec and Ilaria Baldwin are going to keep up. Oh, is this love? Is this? Did they make a point? They're going to see some drama and action. That's part of why people go. It's part of why people tune in. And the guys get into fights all the time. They smash things. They get in each other's faces. I don't see what the big deal is. You know what? You exchange some words. Move on. Get over it, everybody. Let's all grow up. Everyone's so sensitive these days, too. So have you noticed that, Megyn? Everyone is just so sensitive. Everyone's a little crybaby. They can't take criticism. They wear everything on their chest. It's just like, get over it. Grow up. Okay?
I know.
Don't be so sensitive.
I know. Well, one of the players I really like is Medvedev. Daniel Medvedev, he's Russian. They don't show the Russian flag when the Russian players play. Like on the screen, they have no flag. It's so dumb because of the Ukrainian war. Like, it's just a man without a country. We just have to wonder where he's from. It's like, oh, that'll teach Putin. Oh, ha ha. He's going to withdraw the troops tomorrow once he sees you're not showing Medvedev's flag when he's out there. It's so dumb. But anyway, he's a great tennis player. We saw him a couple years in the finals a couple years ago. He's great. And he's had a couple of struggles the past season. And he was mad at this umpire because what happened was he was in a match and a photographer walked on the court, like not in the middle of them, but like on the court. And the umpire was like to Medvedev's opponent, he goes, you can take another serve. Like that serve you just took while the photographer was walking on the court won't count against you. And Medvedev did not like that. He wound up yelling at the umpire. Here it is in Shot 8.
Wait, please, not now. Get off the court, please.
Looks like a photographer had just
First
come
serve.
onto the court.
Ladies and gentlemen, because of the delay caused by an outside
Lindsay
interference.
getting a first serve, and now Medvedev's going to have a word.
Here's Medvedev. He's telling the crowd to make noise. He's mad that the guy's getting another serve.
And it's a first serve. You want to go home. He wants to go home, guys. He doesn't like to be here. He gets paid by the match, not by the hour. Yeah. What did Riley Opelka say? What did Riley Opelka say? What did Riley...
Let's play.
So he's very mad, saying this ump gets paid by the match, not by the hour. He wants to go home, trying to get the crowd riled up. And then later, Medvedev lost and smashed his racket. Here it is in V2. Let's watch it. Stand by. Video 2. Do we have it? There it is. He's sitting and smashing it. I mean, to me, that seems phoned in, Link. I don't know. If you're going to smash, shouldn't you stand?
I mean, I'm down the middle on this one. As an influencer, content is content. I've stumbled onto some fields before, and you got to get a picture. So I can't hate the photographer too much, but also maybe he should have gotten another serve, right? If a photographer is going on the court, I called it the field. If the photographer is going on the court, you might want to get another serve. But smashing the racket, like I said, this is what we want to see from these gladiators. And they have like 15, 20 rackets. They smash those things on purpose. Serena Williams has done it. Wasn't it a few years ago Serena Williams got into it a little bit, or there was a big emotional moment? This is what people want to see. This is what sports is about for thousands of years. So I don't know why everyone's acting so precious this year. Come on, let's get some drama. I'm fine with it. The greatest moment ever. I think we have it cut. If we have it cut, could you bring it over? It's when Serena Williams yelled at that little line umpire, the little line judge. And Even I know this.
Yeah. And I think she said she was going to I think if memory serves, it was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. It was like an actual threat. And the little lady was like, she pitter-pattered down the court to the main umpire in the big chair, like, She said she's going to kill me.
I wouldn't cross Serena.
No.
Serena could break me with her pinky finger. I'm not crossing Serena. Hell no.
When inflation jumps, when you hear the national debt is over $37 trillion, do you ever think maybe now would be a good time to buy some gold? Well, you'd be right. Whether as a hedge against inflation, peace of mind during global instability, or just for sensible diversification, Birch Gold Group believes every American should own physical gold. And so they created something special. Until September 30th, if you're a first-time gold buyer, Birch Gold is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and start the process, request an info kit right now. Just text MK to 989898. Plus, Birch Gold can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for a rebate in free metals of up to $10,000. So make right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate up to $10,000 when you buy before September 30th. Text MK to the number 989898 to claim your eligibility and get your free info kit. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.